Greetings, everyone. This is June the 5th, 2019. Can you believe it is June? Anyways, I just wanted to do a quick video. Yes, you're just hearing a screen capture as I'm laying here resting. I woke up pretty early and I went to bed pretty late. I worked on an hour-long podcast last night about the Facebook thing. And I listened to a little bit of Alex Jones yesterday. I listened to more of it this morning. It's about time for him to come back on again, by the way. Trump is fixing to go after these big tech giants, and thank the Lord Jesus Christ, because they are fixing to get their due. As I said in that podcast, while I was reading that scripture about being given over to a deprived mind, which these people are deprived. They're evil. They're right into the core. Even Facebook and them might not be quite as evil as you think they are, because even Zuckerberg's complaining about being forced to do some things, but that's what happens when you get in bed with bad people. I mean, you should have thought about this before you started taking his company in bad directions. Anyways, I just wanted to say a few things. I'm trying not to be too upset about this, few day ban that I've got. My sister's done been in jail several times. Alex Jones has been completely banned. Laura Loomer's been completely banned. So overall, things is pretty well. And to think that I made it this far without being struck, that means I must have really touched some nerves somewhere in either the Hillary Clinton campaign, either the Joe Creepy Biden campaign, the Cortez campaign, or maybe Ilhan Omar. It's probably her. I've crossed some paths somewhere. That's okay. That's okay. Actually, it's probably Hillary Rodham. Because I remember the other day, Pastor Rodney Howard Brown, he did a video just here a while ago. I watched it. He made a comment towards Hillary Rodham, and I commented on it too. And I added a prayer in there for, who was it? Or said she should be in prison instead of Julian Assange. So it could be Rodham. But that's okay, because it's not going to stop me any, because especially the subject that I was talking about. If they'd got me on my snarky, smart-ass comments like Trump, I go at them too, you know. I've been doing that for years. I did that on AOL, the AOL chat rooms. I did that on Dead Journal. I've always been Trump-esque. I was Trump-esque before Trump was doing that on Twitter and all that. Anyways, I'm not going to let them get me down. You can't keep a good man down, as that old song goes. You can't keep a good man down, baby. You can't keep a... And I'm probably singing it wrong. Sugar. It's a Alabama song. You really can't keep a good man down. And you especially can't keep a good man down who's talking about things that pertain to the Bible. Now, is them suffering from a mental illness? Well, maybe, I guess you could say, if God gave them over to the pride mind, that's a mental illness, you know what I'm saying? But either way, I mean, you can just tell, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean here, but you look at a tranny, and most of them don't act normal. I mean, I've seen a few, and there's some that are smart. But overall, I mean, especially them weirdos that hangs around the children. Have you ever noticed them? They're the strangest looking things up. They're out of Marilyn Manson videos. Marilyn Manson was a rock star character. It's not real. It's rock and roll. It's a rock and roll show. I'm sorry. I mean, it's a mental illness. I mean, you can tell by looking at it. You can get mad. You can do what you want to. There's something not mentally right when you don't know what sex you are. And you got to imagine 50,000 different genders. There's something wrong with that. It's not right. It's not right. It's not biblically right, and it's not humane right. It's not naturally right. It's not even natural. So you can get mad all you want to. I mean, that's exactly what the New Testament says. The Old Testament says it's an abomination, and the New Testament says it's shameful. You can get mad at me for saying that, but if I don't believe that, then I don't, might as well not even claim to be a Christian. Because if I'm not going to believe in His Word and what His Bible says, then what's the use in even, I might as well call myself an atheist. Or something else if I'm not going to subscribe to what He says. Might as well call myself a Satanist. They'd probably be the ones I would more identify with. And I'm talking about the ones who do what they want to do and live their lives how they see fit. And I'm not talking about the devil worshiper. There's a difference. I mean, in the scheme of things, there's not really. When you look under the underline and they're into some of the same wicked stuff. I mean, Mark Dice has exposed that in his books. But I'm just trying to say, I've heard Michael Savage say that before. Well, it's the same with me. And I'm not doing that to copy Savage. Indeed, Savage had a caller one time, a Satanist caller, telling him that he would fit a light into their stuff. I would too. But at the same time, I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe He died for my sins. I believe He shed His blood for me. I believe He shed His blood for my imperfections, and He's currently working with my imperfections. And it's a walk. It's a daily walk. So thank you for listening. And all you Facebook people, especially the ones that have been replying to my comments, if y'all see this video, you may not see it till after I get back. But thank you. And I thank y'all for commenting. I can't comment back. I'm in jail. I've got no way of telling you because I don't know if any of you follow me on Twitter or not. I'm going to start pumping out those other options, other alternatives to find me. Because I think it's necessary. I should have been doing it anyway. But you can rest assured I will from now on. So thank you for listening. A.P.S. signing off. And like I said, I'm not going to try to let it get me down. Indeed, I'm going to try to find that. You know, I'm scattered. I'm always touching here and there. But I just get annoyed with that gay month. I mean that LGBT month thing. And everybody putting up their little rainbow flags and all that. When the rainbow belongs to God, it was His sign that He would not flood the world again. That was a promise to Noah. But to these people, it represents their mental illness flavors in humanity. And I'm sorry. I know a lot of the young people have conformed to this, and even people in my generation. And even me, I'm a Thomas Jefferson liberal. I believe that people have a right in the United States of America to be what they want to be, but at the same time, you're not going to hear me put my stamp of approval on. That's what I've been discussing for weeks, even before this stuff started in June. And probably my Sunday podcast will probably touch on it some too, because I was already touching on the things that were going on Facebook last weekend before I got banned. That's okay. That's okay. Because I'm still me. I'm still going to stand for what I believe in. And I don't care who likes it. I said that in that post. I said they can bully all they want to, and they are trying to bully. But that's okay. So I'm not even going to fight with them anymore. You know, I actually sat there and I listened to Pastor Rodney Howard Brown's Twitter feed. Or Periscope, whatever he was doing, he was showing on Twitter. That's what he told us to do. He told us to not worry about their attacks, and I don't really worry, but I do fight with them. So that's what I need to quit doing. I need to just quit responding, quit worrying about it. Because you're never going to stop them. I mean, they're going to say what they're going to say. They're going to make up what they're going to make up. And you just have to let them go and let them do what they're going to do. And you got to do what God wants you to do. And unfortunately, I never know what that is. Because I told one of my friends this. No, he's actually a relative. I told him yesterday in a comment. I'm kind of like a frog, and I leap. My cat. We have a cat. This cat got loose yesterday, and it was the fastest grease lightning. But when this cat was little, and it was wild, and we was brought into the house, I had to hold it for an hour, because about 40 minutes or something, because they was gone, and she had to get it a cage so we could put it in it, and a carrier. We was going to put it in a carrier, but the carrier had to be clean and all that stuff. So I had to hold that kitten while we was taking care of that carrier. And it was trying to leap like a frog. And back legs. Eventually it did take a leap, but I was able to get it. Because this cat's wild. It'll cut you to pieces if it gets scared or anything. It's kind of like a feral cat. I don't know if it is a feral, but it'll tell you like a feral. But anyways, it would try to leap like a frog. I'm kind of like the frog. I will leap into something. You're supposed to pray for everything before you do it. But this is me. And that was Alex Jones going live as I'm speaking. I prayed for him this morning. Because I know I'm Alex Jones light right now, because it's a little short band. It's just a few days. But I'm like a frog. I will leap into something, and then I'll be, God, please watch over me. You see, I don't even do, a lot of people, they go, Lord, what do you want me to do here? Lord, what do you want me to do there? Do you want me to start this ministry, Lord? I listened to a message on this morning. He was talking about light, and light still being blessed, but yet he brought all kinds of crap on his life because he did what he wanted to do, and he even took things he wasn't supposed to take. Like, say, Abraham was supposed to get the first choice because he was the older one, and he wasn't a leech. But Abraham gave him the choice, and he took the best thing because he thought that was best for his self. He thought he was going to prosper, and he wanted the best of everything. And then he got stuck in the cities of the plain. And then, as you know how things went, eventually, and it gets back to that, but I'm trying not to bring that in there because I try not to judge them. It's not my place to judge, but the problem is the Bible defines how they are. You know what I'm saying? And out of the little things that I've already succumbed to, went by being my own self, I sure am thankful that he hasn't gave me over to a completely deprived mind. And I don't say that to judge people. I'm saying that there's lots of ways you can be deprived other than just being gay. You can be a murderer. You can be something bad. You could be something really bad. And I'm just thankful. Because I kind of live, like I was just telling you just now, I kind of live for myself. I believe in Jesus Christ, and I pray for everything and everything. But like I was talking about just now, I will just leap into something, and then I'm God, watch over me. And if it gets bad, I'm really God, watch over me. You know what I'm saying? I'm crying to God. But when everything's going good, I'm saying, God, everything's good, but keep watching over me, God. Thank you. I'm always talking to God. That's the only kind of really life I have with him, is talking to him. I've never done anything great or anything that I know of. If I thought I'd done anything great, and he tells me about it, I'm going to be shocked. And I'm going to be happy. But if you just save one soul, and I don't know if I've saved anybody or not, but if you just help save one, you can't do it. But if you just led one person to Christ, you're great. You just led one person. That's all it takes. You don't have to do all this stuff. You can do it, and it's good to do it, but you don't have to do it. You just focus in on what you're supposed to do. You know, everybody's always telling you what all you got to do and all this. You don't got to do nothing. You don't got to do nothing. But you got to find one thing, and that's what Pastor Rodney Howard Brown was talking about just a while ago. You got to find that one thing, ask God to bless it, and make sure He's behind it. Because like I say, I'll just leap into things. That ain't good, because that ain't biblical. That ain't godly. Like I always tell people, never be like me. Go read the Bible and be what God wants you to be. Don't listen to me, because the only thing I get right is Jesus. I'll tell you that. I'm not prideful in myself. Indeed, I was listening to a Trump video this morning, and Trump was telling them people, don't say that about yourself. You're a wonderful person. You're smart, as long as I can tell it. He says, you are what you think. And I'm paraphrasing him here. You're great. Think you're great. Well, I never have self-esteem in myself. But you can be great in Jesus Christ, if you choose to be, and with God. I thank you for listening. A.P.S. signing out.